What you see here is the Citroen C3, not the Across but just C3, the hatchback. Well, it is positioned and marketed in such a way that it competes with both segments, be it a hatchback or a micro SUV. More on that later. This right here is the Shine Turbo variant of the C3, which retails at Rs 9 lakh ex-showroom. Now, this price point is quite difficult to justify considering the amount of cars on offer from various segments in this price range. So how does this perform? Should you consider buying one? What are the things that the C3 excels at and where it lacks? We'll touch on all these points and also let you know the real world fuel efficiency of the C3 Turbo. My name is Haji and you are watching CarWale. Before we proceed, why don't you subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Citroen C3 is one of the good-looking cars that bring the French aesthetic to a budget car with its European styling. The design is possibly the strongest point of the C3. While at it, let's quickly check all the positive of this car. Now, design-wise, the C3 is unlike any car in the market at this price point. It looks fresh and unique and definitely stands out among its rivals. Up front, it gets the typical Citroen face with the split LED DRLs that are connected seamlessly via two chrome strips that also form up to be the Citroen logo, which is quite clever. Moving on to the side, the chunky cladding and the wheel arches further adds up to the SUV-like stance. Talking about stance, these 15-inch diamond cut alloy wheels really look cool and also enhances the overall profile of the C3. Now, compared to the fascia, the rear profile is more subtle and toned down, and I really like this wraparound LED tail lamps with the 3D effect. The Citroen C3 is the only model in its class to be offered with a turbo petrol engine. Now, this 1.2-litre turbo petrol engine is capable of producing 109 bhp and 190 Nm of torque. This motor paired with a 6-speed manual gearbox is possibly the best combination out there. Now, the power delivery is linear. There's a lot of torque available at low ends and that helps in quick overtakes and hill climbs. The acceleration is smooth and there's no jerk. Also, thanks to the 6-speed manual gearbox, highway cruising is quite easy. The throws are short and the clutch pedal is light, so it is quite easy to shift gear seamlessly. Now, I feel the steering wheel is light and agile, so it helps in maneuvering in and around the city. Also on highway, it feels solid and offers great control. Visibility wise, the driver's seat is height adjustable and the pillars are decently thin, so the visibility all around is quite good. Also, the bonnet is visible. In fact, both ends of the bonnet are visible, so it helps in placing the car exactly where I want. Now, Citroen cars are known for their suspension system and the C3 is no exception. They have done a commendable job with the suspension with this one. The ride quality is exceptional and most of the road shocks are absorbed before it filters inside the cabin. There is very little vertical movement on wavy roads and for most of the cases, the Citroen C3 really glides over uneven surfaces.
Considering the dimensions of the C3, which stands at 3981 mm in length and 1733 mm in width with a wheelbase of 2540 mm.
The Citroen C3 feels spacious and comfortable on the inside. The seats are perfectly cushioned, although they are made out of fabrics which may look less premium compared to cars that offer leather-edged seats. Although I can confirm that these seats are really comfortable to be in. Now, the rear row is equally spacious and comfortable, however 3 passengers will be a tight fit. Now, note here that my height is almost 6 feet and the front driver's seat is adjusted to my driving preference. I'm getting enough of leg room. As you can see, the knee room is decent, the thigh support is good and headroom is quite well as well. Another thing to note here is no headrests here are adjustable. The rear row misses out on a center armrest. Also, the rear window switches are placed awkwardly, so accessing it while there's a bottle over here will be quite difficult, as you can see. Finally, how often have we seen a car at this price with such level of customization when it comes to exterior styling and colors? All we have seen is dual tone roof with default black paint schemes. But with the C3, you can really get going and customize the roof, window lining, the graphics, accent color and more. This is a phenomenal concept as it allows the users to customize the car the exact way they want. Now, the Citroen C3 is not the best of the cars when it comes to features. Yes, it gets plenty of useful features like a manually adjustable IRVM, a large 10-inch infotainment screen that can run Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wirelessly. You get powered wing mirrors, rear wiper with washer, and you also get manual AC. Now, most of the features I just mentioned were not available at the time of the launch and came later as a part of an update with the top spec Shine Turbo variant. Still, with these features added to the list, the C3 is felt to be under-equipped as it lacks features such as automatic climate control, automatic rain sensing wipers and also of course a sunroof.
Also, one thing which really needs an update is the digital instrument cluster. Now it is not only small but low in resolution. It also displays very little information and the space around the main screen is not utilized properly.
Although we really love the powertrain over here, but it still lacks the option of an automatic gearbox. Now hear me out, most of the users in today's day and age demand for an automatic gearbox. It has become more of an convenience and comfort over anything else. An automatic gearbox has become a priority and in some cases it is a deal breaker for most users. So yes, Citroen really needs to introduce an automatic gearbox here. It's not like the Citroen doesn't have an automatic gearbox in their inventory. We have seen a torque converter unit in the C3 Aircross and we hope it trickles down to the C3. If not that, they can always introduce an AMT unit which will play in for the affordability factor. Now the features and gearbox options are out of the way, it is time to address another issue. Now consumers really look out for an hassle-free experience and Citroen is relatively new in the market. They have lesser number of after-sales service touchpoints in India. For reference, in a metro city like Mumbai, Citroen only has 2 authorized dealerships, whereas Hyundai and Tata have almost 8 or 9 dealerships across the city.
However, Citroen are working on expanding their network. Also, Citroen bets strongly on their digital presence where customers can book the car via their online portal and get their car delivered at their doorsteps. The Citroen C3 is available in 3 variants: Live, Feel and Shine. Then there are dual tone and white packs on offer which cost additional. Also, the turbo variants cost Rs 1.20 lakh more than the NA versions. The C3 is equipped with two 1.2-litre petrol engine with NA and turbo guys. Both motors are 3-cylinder and are set to return an ARI certified mileage of 19.3 kmph. Now, while the NA petrol engine is paired to a 5-speed manual, the turbo petrol gets a 6-speed unit. However, there are no automatic gearbox on offer as of now. In our test, the Citroen C3 Turbo returned a real-world fuel efficiency of 14.52 kmpl. The mileage in city and highway stood at 11.7 kmpl and 17.58 kmpl respectively. Now, when compared to its rival, the Citroen Turbo has better engine but lacks in terms of feature and gearbox option. Also, except for the Ignis, both Exter and Punch also have a CNG version for customers who want that option. But Citroen also carry few advantages over its rivals, such as a more powerful engine, a 6-speed gearbox, larger 10-inch infotainment screen, and unique design identity.
So the real question here is why should you buy it and why should you avoid it? Well, you should buy it for its exceptional driving dynamics, great ride quality and potent engine that provides decent fuel efficiency and great power. You should also consider buying it if you want to set yourself apart from the buyers who are buying the Marutis and Hyundais left, right and center. Well, you should avoid it if you want a decently equipped car in terms of features, an automatic gearbox, a premium feel inside the cabin and of course if you want a hassle-free ownership experience with a more established brand. Now, Citroen brings the European thought process to the table, but the Indian consumers here don't just want a potent engine or decent features or good suspensions. We here want a complete package. A car which can deliver decent performance, is loaded with features, looks good and also gives great fuel efficiency, all this while being priced aggressively. So if you have to say how the C3 is, its variants sum up our opinion quite well. It is a good car to live with its spacious and comfortable cabin, good ride quality and decent fuel economy. Then it feels premium on the outside, the ride quality is great thanks to the suspension setup, and also it is great to drive in and around the city. Finally, it shines, yes, with its potent engine, sheer styling and design which makes it stand out among the hatchbacks and also similarly priced SUVs. But we just cannot neglect the fact that the sales performance of the C3 is not reflecting well. It is continuously on a decline. For reference, the brand sold 155 units in May 2024 compared to 600 units in the same month last year. This is a 74% drop in the sales volume. Also, the C3 is always on huge discount to attract more buyers. So let us know in the comments what will make the Citroen C3 a complete package for you to buy. This was Haji. Thank you so much for watching.